So, ladies and gentlemen, I have two words for you, and those two words are Regigigas. This card is incredible. I've been thoroughly enjoying my first deck in the new Astral Radiance format, and Regigigas is the card that I'm going to be showing off today. It is a very interesting one, 150 HP basic colorless Pokemon. It has two bits of text on it that are very interesting. Let's talk about the attack first. Gigaton Break for 5 colorless energy, deals 150 damage, plus an extra 150 if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon VMAX. That means we can deal 300 damage, plus a Choice Belt. We will be able to take a knockout on every VMAX in the game, except for a couple, which we can deal with powerful colorless energy. So a very, very nice attacker to get us going, but 5 energy is a little bit steep. That's where Ancient Wisdom comes in. The ability on this card allows you, once during your turn, to attach 3 energy cards from your discard pile to any of your Pokemon. The catch is, the other 5 Pokemon in play need to be Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Regieleki, and Regidrago. So we need to have every single Regi in play in order to get this guy attacking, but it's actually not too hard to do. It's pretty solid, and the best thing is we get a whole bunch of different type coverages by using these Regis. For example, we have Regirock, which has Giga Impact. That can knock out an Arceus. That's not too hard to power up, so very, very nice. We also have Regieleki. That's going to be able to take a knockout on the new Palkia V-Star, which is floating around. There are a lot of good Pokemon that we can hit into, things like Ice Rider with Registeel, and if you just see any rogue Fire-type Pokemon like Charizard floating around, then Regice might be able to put them in a bit of a Blizzard bind. The other Regi that is really worth talking about, though, is Regidrago. This is a pretty solid attacker, 160 for 3 energy. It's not crazy good, but its ability is the thing that we really want to talk about. It has Dragon's Horde, which means that if it's in the active position, we can draw until we have 4 cards in our hand, and that extra little bit of consistency could make the difference. Now, obviously, we do have 2 copies of every single one of these Regis, except for Regigigas and Regidrago, so what happens if one of them is prized? Well, if we know that they're prized, we can use the new Hisuian Heavy Ball in order to get them out of the prizes. We play this card, look at our prizes, take a basic Pokemon from the prizes and replace it with Heavy Ball, then shuffle our prizes so we don't know what is where. This is a fantastic new card from Astral Radiance, which is really, really helpful, especially if you are playing one-ofs for some of your basic Pokemon. Beyond that, though, the deck itself is pretty self-explanatory. We've got cards like Cynthia's Ambition to help us draw large hand sizes when our opponent starts taking knockouts. We've got a whole bunch of different special energy, including powerful colorless energy, which allows us to deal 20 extra damage if this energy is attached to a colorless Pokemon. We have Capture Energy, as well as 7 other search cards in Ultra Ball and Quick Ball. Very, very strong. Plus, we also have Zinnia's Resolve. It allows us to draw until we draw a card for every Pokemon that our opponent has in play. That's up to 6 cards. Plus, we get to discard 2 cards from our hand, which is super handy in order to get Regigigas' ability to work. This is a fun deck. It's not going to be super crazy, but I'll throw it out there. If you watch this all the way through, I think you'll be pretty gosh darn impressed. Hey, so this is editing, Mitch. As you can see, I'm editing. I forgot to ask, could you like the video? Just 300 likes on the video, and I'll do another stupid video like this. We'll see how it goes. We have opened with an absolutely obtuse opening hand here. I'm going to play this Hisuian Heavy Ball, and, okay, Regirock is in the prizes. I didn't even know that. We have, on turn 1, the ability to grab every single Regi in the deck. Let's play all of them down. We'll attach the Capture Energy, and we're just going to search out the Regidrago. We're going to put that on the bench. That's our turn. At turn 1, we've got all 6 of them. This doesn't often happen. Also, I'm a little small over here in the corner. I'm just gonna make myself a little bit bigger. Hey, by the way, thank you very much. Oh, there's a little bit of screen behind me. Thank you very much to all those people who voted in the poll for this video. Regigigas did quite well, to be brutally honest. There's a couple of other decks on there that I'm going to look into, but this one I'm glad that it won because it is very, very good. It looks like we are playing up against an Arceus variant. We've got Aggron Arceus, which is a very, very cool VMAX Pokemon. Maybe we can use a Regigigas to take a knockout. Let's Energy Lotto here. That's pretty much all we can do. We'll pass the turn. It's not great. We're looking for a way to put our Regidrago in the active, so hopefully our opponent knocks out the Regice and we can get going. Otherwise, we should be fine. I mean, it's not going to be too bad. We can get it in the active in some way, I'm sure. Our opponent gets the Arceus, and they'll be able to Starbirth here. So yeah, as long as we can get the Regidrago into the active, we can Ultra Ball away our hand, get access to 4 cards, and hopefully from there, draw into a Cynthia or something and get going. So, very exciting times. This deck is a little slow, but it's a classic 1-prize deck. Oh, a Escape Rope. That means we can put the Regidrago in the active. Excellent. Okay, so now we'll be able to... Oh, they haven't attached an energy yet. Okay, well, that was the only Pokemon that we couldn't put in the active, and we've just lost it. So, that's, not ideal, but okay. As I was saying, that's the good thing about a single prize deck, is that doing stupid things like that doesn't really matter on the first turn. Oh god, I guess we'll just put Regieleki in the active, I suppose. Oh, Energy Lotto, let's go for it. Capture Energy's good. Capture Energy is good. We will play the Capture Energy and get ourselves another Regidrago. To be brutally honest, probably should have just used our Ultra Ball to guarantee that we get that. Okay, now we're back in the same position. Knock out the Regieleki. We use the Regidrago. Excellent. We're going to draw some cards. Yeah, we don't mind losing prizes in the early game because we're going to come back. We're going to come back and win at some point because our opponent can only ever take 1 prize at a time whilst we're taking multiples. So it's a classic single prize deck. It's a little bit more combo heavy than I would like, but I tell you what, it's definitely a lot of fun. Let's grab Regieleki and put him back on the bench. And then we can Dragon's Horde here, draw Dragon's Horde, click the button, and draw up to 4 cards. Hopefully we find a supporter, and we have a Professor's Research. I'm going to use the Ordinary Rod here to shuffle a couple of Pokemon back in. We want a, I think the Drago, no, we definitely want the Leki. The Drago is fine, the Gigas doesn't really matter at the moment. And then we can Research. I kind of like the idea of getting access to an attack this turn. We can do that. We can Quick Ball, get rid of the Capture Energy, and grab ourselves a Regidrago. We know we're going to lose that this turn. And then we can attach an Aurora Energy. Actually, can we just... can we get a knockout? We can't get a knockout. We can't get this Regidrago out of the active. So we'll attach the Aurora Energy to the active. That seems fine. We'll just get rid of the twin. It doesn't really matter. And then we can use the ability on Regigigas. Ancient Wisdom. We can take 3 energy cards from our discard pile. So I guess I've just put them all on, right? And we can put them onto one of our Pokemon. So all 3 of these special energy onto the Regidrago. And then we can Giant's Fangs for 160 damage. Very, very nice. We've got Zinnia in our hand for next turn, which means that we can discard 2 cards and then draw until we have the draw cards equal to the number of Pokemon that our opponent has in play. That's how that card works. So we're going to be able to draw at least 3 cards off of Zinnia. I would prefer it if we could find another supporter, but to be brutally honest, we have an attack with Regigigas this turn. It's gonna happen, and our opponent has just retreated into Aggron. So we are not only going to take a knockout, we're going to take 3 prizes with Regigigas here. We lose the boss, which is a bit disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. Let's throw the Gigas into the active, and we can just play the Drago down here. Just put that Regidrago on the field. I'm going to use the Zinnia. I think that's the only realistic option. We're going to draw 3 cards. We'll discard the Energy and the Ultra Ball. That is A-OK by me. Scoop Up Net's pretty good. Path to the Peak is pretty good as well. That means Regidrago is live next turn. Then we can Ancient Wisdom, and as long as we put the powerful colorless energies onto our Regigigas here, we'll deal 150 damage, plus 150 because our opponent is a VMAX, plus 40, 340 damage. Take the knockout on the Aggron. Yeah. It works. It's good. We'll take 3 prizes. And we get a Cynthia off the top. Okay, that's great. Excellent stuff. So now we have Ultra Ball for a new Regigigas. We have Scoop Up Net to put it in the active. We have Cynthia's ambition to draw more cards. We are set up. We're going to be attacking every single turn I don't think our opponent can take 3 prizes before we do, as long as nothing goes wrong. If they play like a Marnie and we have a really bad hand, then maybe we find ourselves in a bad position. Regidrago getting knocked out this turn does nothing for them. In fact, it's actually really good for us. It leaves an attacker in play, which I'm a big fan of. And we can get energy on Regirock, which will take a knockout for us next turn on an Arceus. I like that. They're going to Trinity Nova. Cynthia's live. We've got an attacker. 150 plus 40 will do the job to take this knockout. And yeah, we're looking good. This quick ball's pretty nice as well. We can quick ball that. We can grab ourselves Regidrago. I think that's pretty solid, assuming that there's another one in there, and there is. We don't really want to discard our Regis if we don't have to, so I'm going to try and avoid that. Instead, what we're going to do here, I think we probably just Ancient Wisdom. We're going to put these energies that are in our discard pile onto Regirock, and then I think we're probably just going to play Cynthia. Just draw as many cards as we can. That is pretty good. We are set up here. We are looking strong. We've got Regigigas for next turn. Let's just take the knockout on the Arceus, take 2 prizes, and next turn, we have Regirock to knock out an Arceus in the active, or we have Regigigas in our hand, ready to take a big knockout on whatever VMAX Pokemon they put in play. Hey, listen. I've stumbled upon something. Oh, an Avery. That's really bad. Oh, no, it's not that bad, because we've got Regieleki, Regirock, and Regigigas in our hand. So we can just discard Regieleki and Regirock, because we have Scoop Up Net. They can't Marnie us. Those 2 cards are the way to go. We'll get rid of those. They can't Roxanne us as well. That's an important one to keep in mind, because they've just played the Avery. And yeah, we can just go Regigigas, Regirock, Regieleki, Scoop Up Net, whatever's in the active, move all the energy onto the Regirock and take a knockout. It's really good. It is really, really good. And Regirock does exactly the right amount of damage to take a knockout on an Arceus V-Star, which our opponent didn't even get. Let's just throw these down then. I think we just need to retreat, right? How many retreat has this got? 4 retreat. We need to... Oh, what was that ping? That was an interesting buzz. We need to retreat all 4 of these energies here, and we need to make sure that one of them is the Aurora energy. So we need to retreat into the Regirock with the Aurora energy. It looks like they're going to concede, and fair enough. So have I found the new best deck in the format? I'm going to lay it out on the line and say, yes, this is the best deck in the format. Oh my god, we just got the capture energy to save the game. We would have definitely lost. We'll be playing against Mew. We definitely would have lost if that hadn't happened. Let's play the Choice Belt down, and then we will pass. I don't think we need to do anything else. Yeah, no, it's definitely not the best deck in the format, but it is very strong. And to be honest, we might actually be able to beat Mew here. Oh, I think even if we have a rough start, we should be okay, because they have to take 6 prizes, and we only need to take a couple. So I'm thinking we're in a good spot. Our opponent has Oricorio in the active, which is not ideal for us, but it's still workable. If we can take a knockout with Regidrago, that would be beautiful. But we will need another Aurora energy in the discard in order to do that. We'll also need all of the other Regis. I just realised I haven't got all 6 Regis on the field, so this is the first time that this hasn't happened. I have only played 1 game, though, so... take that as you will. Take that as you will. Mew's easy to knock out with Regigigas as well. We just need 1 powerful colourless energy to take the KO, assuming, of course, that we knock out Oricorio. And we do play a whole bunch of copies of Path of the Peak, so if we can find one of them, we are in for a treat against Mew today. I feel like we've got a very, very good chance to win, which is insane. It's insane to say. Energy Lotto. Alright, can we find... ooh, a Capture Energy. That is pretty good. That's pretty good. I think the right thing to do here is going to be to use Capture Energy onto Regigigas. We can find ourselves just another Regi. Probably Regirock, because there's only 1 of them in there. Then we can use, I think Zinnia is the right call. Discard 2 energies and hopefully find a whole bunch of stuff. We find Path, which is good. We find another Regidrago. We've got an Ultra Ball as well. Next turn, we might be able to get Regis going here. I don't think we can do it now. But we do have quite a lot of stuff going on here. So let's Registeel. We will pass, I think, because we need the Scoop Up Net to use the Drago next turn, provided that it doesn't get knocked out. We have to hope that Path does the job for us here. If it does, great. If it doesn't, we've at least got Regigigas in the sights at the back of the field here, plus Cynthia's Ambition. That would be great. They've just passed. Okay, so we've got a chance. We've got a Quick Ball and a Capture Energy, which means that we are 100% guaranteed to get every Regi in play now, and we've been lucky enough, thanks to Path, that we've kind of spoiled the party a little bit for Mew here. We've got a whole bunch of time. We are going to go for it. Let's grab Regieleki now. All 6 of these energies in play. Cynthia, we're not going to play. We're obviously not going to play that because, you know, we've not been knocked out yet. It's kind of a shame. I don't think we really have the cards to knock out this Oricorio apart from Regigigas, which is a bit disappointing. We can... I think we've got 2. We may as well play one of these Cynthias, right? Heavy Ball's a pretty good card. Let's play that and see what's in the old prizes. Oh, Regirock again. The second time that you've been there. We can't get a knockout with any of our other attackers here. We have to use Regigigas. So we will grab all of those energies and attach them to the active. And we'll be able to Gigaton Break, take a knockout, remove the Oricorio, which would be a very frustrating card to deal with. And now we've got a whole bunch of options going forward. And that Aurora energy actually means that Regidrago in the active might be good enough to take a knockout on this Meloetta here. Because this Meloetta will knock our Regigigas out. And it looks like they've got nothing else to do because of Path of the Peak. So they'll take the knockout. We then can promote any Regi that we like. I like Regidrago. I think it is good. Yes, Bucket, I know it's very exciting. And I think now we are pretty much set. I mean, there's not a huge amount more that we really need. We can simply play down Regigigas. We've got our Aurora energy. We can play that or discard it. Both are pretty good. I'm going to just play it into the active. We've got Ordinary Rod as well. We'll just get rid of the Quick Ball. We don't really need that. I will play Cynthia's Ambition and draw a bunch of cards. Fantastic. We've got the Ultra Balls now. We can Ancient Wisdom. We'll chuck the Aurora and a couple of other energies that don't really matter onto Regidrago here. To be brutally honest, those energies make no difference. And then, yeah, we're set. We can just Giant Fangs, take the knockout on Meloetta, take another prize, and now we are in front against Mew. We're in front against Mew. Mew is probably still the best deck. Palkia's pretty strong. I've had a couple of games of that, but Mew is still really good, and Regigigas is doing it. Reginald is doing the job. Reginald Gigas is his name. That's what they call him at the office. They say, Reginald Gigas, why are you constantly late to work? Why are you perpetually late? Well, it's because I have some ability in the game that makes me slow. It's like slow start or something. I don't know what it's called. I'm going crazy. They get Cross Fusion Strike, Techno Blast. We need to get 5 energies onto this Regigigas to knock this Mew out. We're going to do 150 as long as we can get 5 energy on it. Now, we can definitely get 4. Top decks, 4 days. Okay, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Ultra Ball here. We can Ultra Ball. We can get rid of the Professor's Research. Get rid of the Scoop Up Net. Don't need it. Actually, probably did need it, to be honest. Probably shouldn't have done that. That's okay, it's fine. Then we'll play down the Twin. It's the only card we need. We can put on the Choice Belt. We can Ancient Wisdom. We can get any 3 energy we like as long as one of them is a Twin energy. And we can attach them to Reginald in the active. Beautifully done. We get Path at the Peak. And then we can Cynthia for 6. And we have every Gigas in our hand. No matter what our opponent knocks out, we can replace it. We've got the Ultra Ball as well. The only one we don't have is Registeel or Regigigas. But we can get them both now with Quick Ball. Every single one. We've got an energy as well. I think that Reginald Gigas might just be about to beat Mew. I need one more Regigigas, which I know I have in the deck. I need a modifier. I need one modifier, and we don't have powerful colorless energy in the bin at the moment. Okay. Well, it's okay. We've got 4 turns, right? They have to take 4 knockouts. We only need to take 1. So I'm feeling pretty solid here. This is looking pretty good. We can throw forth Regidrago. And then... Oh, top-decking research is really good. Okay, play down the path. Here we go. We're going to quick ball. We're going to discard pretty much any card other than research here. Grab Gigas and double check. All 3 powerful colorless energy are in the deck. So we have a super solid chance of drawing into it. I'm going to draw 7 cards. And there are, what, 13, 12, maybe 11 cards left in the deck. We have almost guaranteed victory here. We're going to Ultra Ball away Regirock and Regieleki. We're going to grab a Pokemon. It doesn't matter which one. We are going to scoop up the Regidrago. We're going to put Regigigas in the active. We are going to make sure that we remember to bench Regidrago. And then we are going to research. And Zinnia's not better, no. We're going to research. We need 1 copy of Powerful Colorless and we beat Mew. And we've got 2. So touch them. Here we go. Quick Ball. We may as well get rid of the other one as well. Quick Ball away the Powerful Colorless. Then Ancient Wisdom here. We're going to get the Powerful Colorless and 2 Twin Energies. We're going to put them onto our Regigigas. And that is going to be more than enough energy to power up Gigaton Break. 340 damage. Bye, Mew. Farewell. It was nice seeing you. I genuinely cannot believe how good that was. Like, sometimes you just build a deck and you're like, this is gonna work, and it just works. It just works. Regigigas, a great deck for people to pick up if they don't want to play any Vs, and if they want to build an Astral Radiance deck that is capable of taking big knockouts on the cheap. I would 100% recommend checking it out if you haven't already. If you haven't already, you watch the video, because you like these people over here. You're very generous with your time. I appreciate it. Hey, can we leave like a bunch of likes on this video as well? What do you reckon? If we do that, we can make another silly video like this instead of making a meta deck, which I'll do later, because it's easier to do that later. Let's try and get like, how many? 300 likes? Can we get 300 likes? I don't know if people are watching at the end. Anyway, I know what you will do, though, is you'll like to watch one of these videos over here. I think there's only really one. And I think it's this one. And I think it's pretty good, so you better click it. I don't actually know what it is right now. I will find out later when I edit. So, thanks. Bye.